Yo, let's talk about building a community before selling a product. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. And usually I'm talking about selling products and selling stuff. This time I kind of wanted to talk about building a community on social media because I posted up some social media videos a few weeks ago or maybe a month ago, and there was a lot of people kind of confused. And when I say kind of confused, not in a bad way, but more so they were just unsure on what their next step should be or how they should go about tackling social media as a whole. Now, for most of the people, if you're watching my channel, it's because you sell t-shirts or you make t-shirts or you print t-shirts. And usually on this channel, we're talking about selling t-shirts. And even though this might be your main statement of work for your business, you're having a hard time selling t-shirts. Sometimes it could be the design, sometimes it's your target audience. And everybody's first intentions are they need to be famous on social media in order to sell t-shirts. And that's not the case. And I've proven that that's not the case, but at the same exact time, people are still stuck in that mindset that they need to have a huge following in order to sell a product. There are benefits to having a huge following and selling products, but that's not the only way to do it. So I do want to touch a little bit on building a community and then selling a product instead of selling a product to a big community, just to kind of show the different side of things. And maybe this is the way that you're used to thinking, and how would you accomplish building the community first and then selling to somebody. So everything that I'm going to be talking about here is not new. I didn't create this. This has been going on for years. I'm just going to try to break it down in normal English for people so they could understand how it works and how it could possibly benefit them in their business or benefit you in your business. So first things first, there's already a book on this same exact subject. And that book is by everybody's favorite, Gary Vaynerchuk. He's made a book years ago called Jab, 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 Right Hook. I might have added too many jabs in there, but that's what it is. If you looked it up on Amazon, it's just type in Gary V, jab, 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 and it'll pop up. But the basic idea around that book is you're gonna throw a bunch of jabs first. And those jabs are helping you build the community up. The right hook and the knockout blow is going to be you building up that community, and then you finally release something to sell to the community that you've already built. And that's the right hook, that's the knockout blow, that's how it works. So basically what you're going to be doing is building up your community by providing some sort of information. And that's already going to be too much for a lot of people to think about. They're like, man, I'm already thinking about my brand and my business, and now I got to think about how am I going to build this community up. It's very, very easy when you think about it, and it's already being done in your face and you're just not privy to it. So a lot of people have social media pages where it's like you'll see Costco finds or things you didn't know you needed on Amazon, or new products at Sam's Club, or if you shop at Trader Joe's, you know there's a ton of pages out there that report all the new products at Trader Joe's. These people are already doing this strategy in front of you, and possibly you might be following them already, but this is how it works. Providing information for free to somebody benefits the end user. So here you are, somebody that shops at Trader Joe's, and now you're following this page because every single week somebody is showing you what new products are at Trader Joe's. And they're like, hey, look, this new ice cream came out, or here's a new frozen food, or everybody's favorite tote bags are back in stock, or whatever it is. That catches your attention. You're following that page because that person is providing all the information you need to know about Trader Joe's. What you don't understand is the same people that are doing this, they're not buying every single product. If you notice in their videos, they're just in the store. They're taking a picture, they're taking a small video in the store to show you what's new. So that person, the content creator, is just going to Trader Joe's, showing the products, and relaying the message to you. This is them building the Trader Joe's community up. It doesn't cost you anything to follow them. They're providing a ton of information to you. You're reaping the benefits of that page. Now you're like, all right, well, that's cool that they're giving all this free info out and they're doing this, but where's the right hook, right? This is them jabbing. Every single week, they're posting, here's a new ice cream. Here's a new product at Trader Joe's. Here's something brand new that wasn't here last season. Here's this new pastry that's very delicious and blah, blah, blah. Those are the jabs. That's providing information. That's getting you to follow them. That's them building community. Now the right hook is now they offer some kind of subscription service, right? So on Instagram, you could become a subscriber of somebody's secret content or paid for content that's puts you in some kind of exclusive club. So now what they'll say is subscribe for $1 and then you'll get discount codes, you'll get exclusive content, exclusive products, whatever it is. The way it works is you've been following this page for so long and they provided so much free information to you and things are going good and you appreciate them. A lot of people start to subscribe to these things because 1, they want discount codes, 2, they want the exclusive stuff, and 3, it's because they trust in this person because they've been following the journey for so long. They're a member of the community that they've built. And they're like, you know what, this person's been providing all this free information, or they're my person that I go to that's up to date on all the Trader Joe's stuff. I support that person. Here's $1 a month or whatever it costs. That's the right hook, right? So if you scale that back a little bit and you think about, all right, how do I do this for my own brand? How do you build a community? You have to think about, all right, what type of community am I trying to build? What type of following am I trying to build? For myself, it could be as easy as you going to local eateries around town. You're going to local restaurants, putting people on. I'm pretty sure a lot of you've seen TikToks and Instagram reels of new restaurants that popped up and you're like, man, I gotta go try that spot. This is providing free information to the people. You're putting people onto a new restaurant, you're putting people onto a new brewery, you're putting people onto a new hidden gem, or you're putting people onto an old mom and pop shop that's been around forever. And maybe they have something on that menu that not a lot of people tried, or maybe they have something on that menu that they're known for, and you're just providing to that. Now you're putting your following on, like, check this place out. And you're like, what does this have to do with t-shirts? It has nothing to do with t-shirts. What it has to do is building your community. When people are looking for followers, people want to follow something that they can benefit from. The easiest way to connect with your audience is to provide some sort of information to them. If they feel that they could benefit from the information that you're sharing, they're going to follow you. So imagine you built this little community of your local breweries. Let's just say you went up and down the coast and you tried out all these different breweries and you're just putting stuff out there. Does that mean you have to be a brewery brand? No, it doesn't. Your brand could be about anything. Your t-shirt business could be about anything. You could sprinkle in your t-shirt business into all the brewery stuff, but you're building a community around sharing the love for beer drinking, right? If you're going to these different breweries, like, hey, check it out. This place has the best hazy. This place has a new sour. This place has the best West Coast IPA, whatever it is. All you're doing is providing a little bit of information for the end user. And you start to build the community that way. Like I said, I'm just using breweries and Trader Joe's and stuff like that just for simple ideas to build a community. That's the biggest thing, is knowing how to build the community. The first way that I understand to build a community is to provide some sort of value to that community. Whether it's information, whether it's visually appealing things. In order to get people to follow you, you have to be able to deliver on something. If you're just here trying to sell, a lot of people aren't going to follow you because they're just being sold something. So if you take a step back and don't think about selling anything, and if you're just thinking about building up your following, build up a community by providing some sort of value to that community. I don't know about you guys, but this is just how my brain works. When it comes to this, I always look at pages that are very popular. I'm like, well, what makes this page popular? And majority of the time, what people are actually following is for the value of the content. Are they getting some sort of information from it? Is it entertaining? Is it visually appealing to them? Do they get something out of it? So when you're creating the content, and if you're creating content based on building a following and making people aware of your business, if you just post a bunch of stuff trying to sell people stuff, not everybody's going to follow, because not everybody wants to be sold every single day. Look at my social media, for example. I'm not trying to sell anything. I provide information. I show people how to make t-shirts from home. I show people how to embroider on stuff. I show people the inner workings of my business. The community that I built is based around free information, telling you, hey, this is how you do this. This is the blank t-shirt I use. This is the transfers that I use. This is the equipment I use. It's providing information, and the value that the end user gets out of it is all informative. it's lacking in the entertainment aspect because people don't watch me because I'm entertaining. People watch me just because of the information that I provide. Go down the list of your followers outside of celebrities and stuff like that. If you're following pages, chances are a lot of times those pages, you're following it because there's something that intrigues you. You're getting something out of the content that they post. That's why you follow them. So do the same for your business. Like I said, just because you pick a certain demographic of building that community, it doesn't mean that your brand or business has to be just catered to that type of business. It's just all about building the community. Just offering value to the end users will get people to follow you. Like I said, after people watch this, they're still going to be confused, like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? If you needed help with it, like I said, read that book. Gary Vee's book. It's dated, it's old, but the information holds true. And like I said, this isn't a new way of doing things. This has been done for years. It's just a different way of thinking and getting yourself to adapt to that style of thinking. Providing something for free, like providing some sort of information or something of value, is going to get people to follow you, to trust you. So when you do release a product or something, you have that community that you've been servicing all this time that'll say, you know what, I'll buy from him. I trust this person, or I'll buy from this business, or I'll buy whatever they're doing because you've built that community. I hope this information is coming across well. I hope I'm explaining this correctly to where somebody understands what I'm saying. But like I said, this is nothing new. It's been going on for so long, and it's been going on in your own social media that you didn't even know about. It's because it's never been broken down for you to understand what's going on. And I'm hoping that I'm breaking it down for you so you get the big picture. So instead of focusing on just selling products and stuff like that, and you want to build up your following, build up the community that you want to be a part of. Chances are you're already part of a community, and chances are you already have things you're interested in. And there might be a ton of other people out there in this world that would be interested in that same exact stuff. And there might be already a ton of content creators in that space. But it doesn't mean there's no room for you in that space either. You just need to get out there and start posting and start getting involved within this community. This works for Disneyland goers. There's a ton of people out there that make Disneyland content. The new food that's there, the new merch that's out, people that keep you up to date with like current events around Disneyland, all that stuff. These people are providing information about Disneyland to you. That's all they're doing. They're relaying the news of Disneyland for you. It's entertaining to watch. It's informative. You're like, oh man, I want to go try that new churro, or I want to go and try that new food, or that food's only going to be here from this time to this time because this content creator just told me. They're putting you up on game. They're providing the information. They're building their community. That's all you got to do. So if you're struggling with trying to figure out how to build up your following for your business's page or for your brand's page or whatever, think about it from a community aspect, and you build the community that you want to be a part of. And remember, that community doesn't have to be based around your brand. That community could be of anything of interest to you. You just have to focus on building and creating that community and then providing the value for them. All right. If you have any questions about this, make sure you leave it in the comments. I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of questions about this stuff. You can follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV, and ask all your questions there. But I highly recommend asking all the questions in the comments, please. That way I could see them. Other people could see them. Maybe other people can provide some sort of value to you and answer some of those questions and share some of their experiences. But the comments is what I see first all the time, and it's easy for me to go back and forth with the comments section. So highly recommend asking all your questions there. All right. Hopefully this video finds somebody that needed it. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.